My name is Tubo, and I'm here to demonstrate an FRQ question on monetary policy. We'll start this off by naming the different assets and liabilities of Messenger Bank. We're going to go ahead and start with the assets. First on the list for the assets is RR, or required ratio, which is 2,000. Next on the list is excess reserves, which is 0. After that is customer loans, which is 8,000. Next up is government securities, which is 7,000. After that is building and fixtures, which is 3,000. Next, we'll move to the side of the liabilities. Starting off with liabilities is DD, or demand deposit, which is 10,000. Next is owner's equity, which is 10,000. Notice that both sides are balanced, hence the term balance sheet. Each side has 20,000. We're going to start off by answering all the questions A through E. First up is A. Based on Messages Bank balance sheet, calculate the required reserve ratio. The way we're going to do that is divide 2,000 by 10,000, which will give you a decimal percent of 0.2. Multiply that by 10, you'll get 20%. The 20% is the reserve ratio. Next, we'll move to question B. Suppose the Federal Reserve purchases 8,000 worth of bonds from the Messenger Bank. What will be the change in dollar value of each of the following immediately after the purchase? The first tick is excess reserves. Since Federal Reserve purchases 8,000 worth of bonds, the 8,000 will then go to the excess reserves. So the excess reserves become 8,000. Next tick is demand deposit. Demand deposit has no change, or N/A. We'll get in a little bit into more the details of that in question E. Next, for C, calculate the maximum amount that the money supply can change as a result of the $8,000 purchase of bonds by the Federal Reserve. I want to start off by finding the monetary multiplier, which is 1 over RR, or 1 over 0.2. That's 5. Then we'll follow the equation ER times MM, which will be 8,000 times 5, which will equal 40,000. Question D is concerning an open market operation, which is the Federal Reserve purchasing bonds, which is an expansionary policy. The question says, when the Federal Reserve purchases bonds, what will happen to the price of bonds on the open market? The answer is they will increase, because when you buy low, you will sell high. The quote is pretty self-explanatory. Next is question E. Suppose that instead of purchase of bonds by the Federal Reserve, an individual deposits 8,000 in cash into her checking demand deposit account. What is the immediate effect of the cash deposit on the M1 measure of the money supply? The answer is that there's no immediate change to the M1, because it's already counted into the M1 money supply or demand deposit, which is why in B, tick 2, demand deposits did not change, because the money was already counted. I would like to ask a question D, which discusses the prices of bonds With the increase of the price of bonds, the federal fund rate will also increase, which is the interest rate commercial banks charge each other for loaning each other funds. And that will conclude the FRQ.